And coming up, a brand new home for a trio of wildcats who were released illegally in the Scottish Highlands.
3 lynx that were illegally released in the Highlands earlier this year have moved to a new home just miles from where they were captured. The trio have been given their own enclosure at the Highland Wildlife Park in Kingussie. Our Scotland correspondent Lorna Gordon watched them settle in.
A first step into a new home, slowly, cautiously exploring their new surroundings. The 3 lynx hit the headlines when they were abandoned just a few miles from here. They've been under the care of keepers and vets ever since, but this is the first chance for the rest of us to see them up close.
It's very exciting. I think it all went well. They were a little bit anxious at first, but they were very keen to get out into the enclosure. They're having a good look around, checking out the different sights and smells, and they seem very settled just now.
What would we expect as they settle in to see in their behaviours?
What I expect is probably have a really good look, a good investigation. They may go up a couple of the trees, they're very adept climbers, and have a look around.
The lynx were dumped by their still unknown former owners at the start of the year. Police and an expert team from the Wildlife Park were tasked with tracking them down.
They're gorgeous, and they're gorgeous now, and they were gorgeous at the time, but it's again really sad to think that when they were dumped in the forest, they were just, you know, maybe 8 to 9 months old. They couldn't fend for themselves, and it was a very harsh environment for them.
It was cruel, it was illegal, and it was irresponsible.
Campaigners who want lynx back in the wilds of Scotland were angry at the January release, but they see benefits to the cats being reintroduced as part of a well-managed programme.
We need predators. If we had lynx back in Scotland, they could help with some of the other smaller predators that affect ground nesting birds. They might even help to keep deer numbers in check as well. So they'll recreate a natural balance which we're missing from Scotland.
These now famous cats have now had a meal and appear to be settling in well. Their illegal release was heavily criticised, and it reignited a debate into whether lynx should be reintroduced back into the wild, even as these ones remain oblivious to all the attention. Lorna Gordon, BBC News at the Highland Wildlife Park in Kingussie.